very true, and it's just like you and me. Oh, it's the Poppet. Hello, my dear Poppets, and welcome, of course, to story time once again. Well, you just caught me having a chat to Stinky, and we've been talking about something very interesting. We've been talking about families. That's right. And Stinky had a very important question that he asked me just a little while ago, and he said, Mrs. Wiffle Waffle, he said, we're a bit of a strange family. He said, we're very different. And we are different. Stinky's a mouse, of course, and I am not, but we're still family. And Stinky has been wondering how that can be so. So today's story time is a very special one, my dear Poppets, because it's all about families. And Stinky, what makes us a family, as I'm going to share with the dear Poppets right now, there are many Poppets out there, and they come from all different families. There are some Poppets who have lived with two mummies, and there are some dear Poppets who have two daddies. And of course there are some Poppets that live with their grandparents or perhaps their auntie and uncles. And then of course there are some Poppets, Stinky, who live with families that they're not related to at all, but they're called foster families, and they look after those dear Poppets and take care of them. So there's all sorts of different families. And Stinky, what do you think a family is? Do you have any clue, dear? You're not sure? Well, a family, Stinky, and of course my dear Poppets, is a group of people that love each other, take care of each other, and of course respect one another. And they're very important things, aren't they, Stinky? Love, respect, and taking care of each other. And that's what families do, don't they? They most certainly do. Well, my dear Poppets, today's story is called Living with Mum and Living with Dad, My Two Homes. And thank you, Stinky dear. This does look like a good one, I have to say. And I think it's a very good one for today because we are talking about families, aren't we? Yes, we are. And of course, our storytime cake, which I must mention, this wonderful storytime cake here with a lovely heart on the very top and some kisses there. And of course, it says families. Very important to have a family, isn't it, Stinky? It most certainly is. Well, I might get you nice and comfy, my dear boy, and I think we'll crack on with today's story, all right then? Yes, good boy. So you can get nice and comfy down there, and we'll crack on with today's story. Yes, this does look like a good one. And here we go, my dear Poppets. My mum and dad don't live together anymore, so sometimes I live here with my mum and Cat in our house with the pink door. Well, there's the lovely house there with the very pretty lolly pink door there, very pink door. And it does look like a nice house, I have to say. And sometimes I live with my dad in our flat right at the top. So there's the dear little Poppet there, and sometimes she lives with her dad at the very top up there. All the way at the very top. I chose yellow walls for my bedroom at my mum's house. And there's the dear little Poppet's room, a very cheerful sunny yellow bedroom there. Lovely yellow walls and some toys and other bits and pieces there. Looks like a little duck or a teddy there in her bed. And flowery wallpaper for my bedroom at my dad's. Well, this little Poppet has two rooms. She has a room at her mum's house and a room at her dad's. And at her dad's house she has flowery wallpaper. Very pretty. I do like that, I have to say. My mum and dad both know I don't like going to sleep in the dark. So at my mum's I have a panda nightlight. Well, there's the panda nightlight there. That would keep it shining away at night, because some Poppets do get scared at night and they like to have a night light on. I know Stinky does, he has a night light on when he goes to bed. And at my dad's I have pretty butterfly lights. Oh yes, they are very pretty indeed. All those pretty butterfly lights at her dad's house. How very special. Very special. I keep some toys at my mum's house and some at my dad's. Well, that's possibly a good idea. You have some toys at dad's house in your room there, and then some at mum's. So you've always got plenty of toys to play with. And there's a lovely dolly there. It looks like a mermaid doll, and a teapot there. Wonderful. But I take my favourite toys with me wherever I go. Yes, well, it's good to have a favourite toy. I know Stinky has a favourite toy. He has a favourite teddy bear, and he likes to take that teddy wherever he goes. He most certainly does. My mum always used to collect me from school. Well, there's the front of the school there, a lovely painted rainbow out the front there. That does look lovely, a lovely mural. And what's behind the door? Welcome to our school. Now my mum and Dad take it in turns. So there's Dad there, and it's his turn to pick up his sweet little poppet. Picking her up from school or kinder. I think it might be a kindergarten, I'm not sure. Sometimes my dad takes me camping at the weekend. Well, camping, how exciting. It's fun to go camping. I haven't been camping in a long time, but it is fun. You can go bushwalking and have a campfire, and there's lots of wonderful things to do when you're camping. And sometimes my mum takes me to see the animals at the farm. So there's the deer poppet there with her mum, and when it's the mum's turn to have the dear little poppet, they go to a farm and see all the farm animals. So many different things that she can do. When I was in my school play, and I think if we lift up the curtain, there's the red curtain there across the stage, and if we lift it up, my mum and Dad both came to watch me. So there's Dad and there's Mum watching their sweet little poppet in the school play. Marvellous. Perhaps you've been in a school play. I remember when I was in a school play, I do believe it was Puff the Magic Dragon. I did like that, I have to say. On my birthday, my mum made me a cake. There's a lovely cake there with blue frosting and a sweet little yellow duck on the top. And how many candles? 4 candles, so she must be 4 years old. And my dad took me bowling. Oh yes, it's fun to go bowling. Look at that. Have a game of bowls. Wonderful, go bowling. It's very good to do that on a birthday, I think. If I am missing my mum or my dad, and there's a dear little poppet there sitting on the couch feeling a little bit glum, because sometimes she misses her dad or her mum, which is only natural. Talking to them on the phone makes me feel better. And there she is with a smile on her face, feeling much better now, because it's only a phone call away. Only a phone call away, and she's feeling much better indeed. My mum and dad love me a lot, and so do all my family. That's true, they do love her very much. Uncle Brian, little Flora, cousin Ruby, me, Granny and Gramps, Blossom and Aunt Pearl and Uncle Albert. And there they all are there, all the family members together. All of them there together, how marvellous. Baby, me and Grandma, Arthur and me, oh so many, Plop Plop, Uncle Gilbert and me. So many more family members. Wonderful, it's like a big family tree all together there. How marvellous that is. All happy and all together. The end! And that was called Living with My Mum and Living with My Dad and My 2 Homes. Simply marvellous, I have to say, and very fitting with today. Yes, I think that was a good one. Well, I might have a chat with Stinky. I think that might have answered some questions, I think, my dear poppets, that Stinky had. Did you enjoy that story, dear? You did? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, do you feel a little bit better now, Stinky? It doesn't matter, dear, that you and I are different. When I adopted you a long time ago, when you were just a very little mouseling, I took you into my home and I promised you that I would love you and take care of you, because that's what families do. And Stinky, you are my family. And I'll always be there for you, I really will. You're very precious and you made my life complete. I'm so happy to have you in my life, Stinky. How about a kiss? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yes, you're a wonderful boy, you really are. Oh, I do love you. so much. And you know what, Stinky? Talking about families and sharing with the Poppets has put me in the mood for our song, and I think we should sing it, don't you? Yes, I do. And it's a wonderful song, and I think that we should sing it because it's very fitting with today. It's so nice to have a cuddle with the person that you love. It's so nice to have a snuggle with the person that you love. If you're happy or in trouble, you can run right on the double. It's so nice to have a snuggle with the person that you love. Oh, Stinky, I love you so much. I really do. What's that? Thank heavens for the banana microphone. Yes, thank heavens for that indeed. Well, ending with our wonderful snuggle song, perhaps you, my dear Poppers, could go right now and give someone that you love a hug and a snuggle and let them know how much you mean to them. And as always, my dear ones, take care, and until next time, bye.